Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Yo Mama's Nuggets. You can call me Nuggets. Here with a new series for my channel. This is Forever Stranded. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I haven't already started this and made a little technical mumbo issue. So instead of missing all that first episode, I decided to start all over again. So in the back of the ship here, there's a chest with these things in it. We're going to grab that stuff. As you can see there, quest complete. And stupid door. So, the idea of this mod pack is a lot of stuff in it. We are on a ship that has crash landed on a desert planet. There's nothing but desert. And it's all quest-based and survival extreme. So, we pick those things up out of the chest. We're going to claim bone meal, coarse dirt, and a loot chest. And there's an explosion that I turned down. So, nothing on this planet except for cactus. Let's open this loot chest. Please be something good. Please be something good. Stick and cobwebs. Actually, that's not horrible. Alright, in this mod pack, like I said, quest driven. We're going to open inventory. Can we do... I think I need to... probably need a sword to make this easier. But we're going to place these down anyhow. This is actually fairly helpful, believe it or not, because in this mod pack, whoa, goodness, you have, as you might have just noticed, above the 2, there's a little circle. That is our heat indexed, heat meter, temperature meter, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's how hot we are. We are on a desert planet, so we need to keep cool. This plane has a ruptured tank of some sort that's probably not that great for my health. It doesn't do anything to your health, but I just can't see it being good. It's on the other side. It's leaking water, so you can jump into the water and splash around like a guy, and it cools you off. Other than that, other things that we have to worry about are we have Spice of Life in this mod pack, which a lot of people don't like playing with. I normally wouldn't choose to play with it, but it's here, so whatever. I can beat Spice of Life. It's not a problem. It's a little rough at first, but that's fine. Other than that, there is also this little meter here to above the food haunches that is, well, I'd say it looks like water, but the little water drops, you have to keep hydrated also. So not only do you have to watch your temperature and eat, but you also have to drink, or else you die from thirst. So the way that these here cobwebs are going to help, because I made string. How many blocks of... Yes! So one of the hardest things to do in the first day, that was actually really lucky. I mean, I could have given me better stuff, but that's really lucky. The hardest thing to do, well, most time-consuming thing to do, is to get string, especially this first day. You want to, if you play this pack yourself, you want to... in my trials, I found that the best thing is to do like 2 or 3 trees at the most, and you make a crook right away so that you can get silkworms, so that you can infest like your 4th tree if you do it really fast, because you want to let it go. I mean, I did with 3 trees. You could probably do 4, but I would say the 3rd tree, make sure you're getting silkworms on it, and then go collect cactus. But we don't have to do that all that quickly this time. The reason why is good and bad. It's good because we are the only things on this planet, is us. So, being Minecraft, at night, mobs spawn. So, mobs only spawn in vicinity of a player. Well, we're the only player, so all the mobs spawn here. Which, you know, you'd think would be good. We could just go inside the jet, and chill, which I did do on this mod pack. When I started playing it, I was going to record. I had some technical issues, and I was waiting on new equipment, so I didn't record it. because I didn't want to produce crappy content, or as crappy content anymore. It might still be crappy, but it's definitely not as crappy. I'm sure it sounds a lot better. I'm getting off in tangents. Let's see. Yeah, so, but I believe it was like an early release or like alpha or beta when it first came out. And yeah, there was a lot of exploits and stuff like that that the mod author hadn't thought of yet. And I'll be completely honest, I exploited the crap out of them. But there were things that didn't work, I guess, also. And so he has since updated the mod pack and released a different, or this version. And so if you're already playing the mod pack and you update it, it kind of breaks all your stuff and doesn't give you the quests because the quests have all been changed. Well, not all, but some of them have been changed. So I restarted the pack and have my recording issues taken care of. So I figured I would bring you guys in. Today, I'm not going to do any cuts today. We're not going to do a lot of grindy stuff. There'll be a tiny bit just when I have to break sand into dust here in a bit. I'm just trying to get, you know, a little underway here. And tell you about the pack while we're doing it. So we're going to do this. Hopefully we can get, oh, we have 5. All right, well, hopefully we can get one more silkworm. Making a bed, as I got off on another tangent again, making a bed is very important to making the night go by so that you don't have to deal with mobs. Other than just mobs, you might say, well, when it turns daytime, they'll burn, and they will. Except for spiders, which won't bother you, creepers, which are still going to blow up everywhere, and the one thing that spawns in deserts, husks. And let me tell you, folks, there's a lot of husks. It's an absurd amount of husks. I mean, if you go to sleep, or don't go to sleep, if you wait through the night inside the ship, by the time you wake up, there's, assuming that the other mobs kind of die off, that there's a good 30 husks outside. And we don't have armor. We have wooden stuff. It's a little bit of a rough fight, I gotta tell you. But anyhow, none of that's important because we have a bed. So the bad part about the bed thing is that the nighttime it gets cooler, just like it does in the real world. So it actually cool your temperature down. But because we're going to sleep through the night, it's just going to be daytime again really quick, and it doesn't cool you down. So then we will get warm right away. But moving along, next thing we're going to do is more tables. It's all the tinker stuff. It's relatively easy. And then we are going to so we'll do that really fast. That won't take any time. We're going to do that also. Oops, wrong one. So let's see, there's our pattern chest. Let's see, there's stencil table. There's part builder. And there's tool station. So that's one quest down. Let's grab our stuff from that, which is just crud that we already have. Doesn't matter. So this we need to make a sieve, hammer, and a crook. We're going to do that real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Only not so much with the rest of the statement. So we got that stuff. We'll just throw those there. I hate these sand layer things. They're neat, but they just get in the way. You can't do anything with them. Move this thing. There. Take all the stuff. We're going to keep that. Let's see what's the next thing. We're going to this. Take these also. Had to mute my mic for a second, so I had to cough. All right, so no, I don't want a boat. sieve. Crook. Hammer. While we're at it, we're going to make a heavy sieve. And that'll be that. I don't have enough for that. That's still going. Okay, it's nighttime. We're going to sleep. Okay. Now we're going to make a shovel. Not quite like that. And we're going to go out here. And we're going to dig up some sand. So we can get the 40 dust. Yeah. I had a lot of issues with this, so I might be moving along quickly, but believe me, I'm going to slow down, and we are going to definitely explore this pack and build a base and go out exploring and stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy this pack. I just got to say that this is probably I played it a while beforehand when I was doing it before the pack updated, so I probably started twice then. And then yesterday I started, but like I said, I got a new mic, and just to be truthful with you guys, I got a new mic, and when I was moving it over, the mute button is actually on the mic, which I'm not used to, and yeah, it's where I grabbed the mic to move it, is where the mute button was. So I pretty much muted my mic, and then recorded this episode, and went to edit it, and found out that I'm an idiot. So instead of voicing over or anything else, I'm just doing this again. And then, like I said, I checked out the pack after it was updated before I decided to record. So I played like the first 20 minutes or so, basically just a little bit past where we are. I've done it 4 times or so, and it's taken me different amounts of time. But I'm pretty decent at it now. I know exactly what I got to do in the first day to get it so that we could sleep. And you really got to rush. Time goes by really fast. And then you heat up and you have to go waste time sitting in the water. I want to get to the point of actually, which I could do really quickly, clay, so we can make a clay bucket. Then we could fire the clay bucket, but we have to sift dirt to get cobblestone so we can make a furnace. That way we can make water and put a water source. I like to put a water source somewhere in the vicinity of the crafting table or at the sieves. So that way I can go get a bunch of stuff, and when I'm all warm, I can go jump in the water and not just stand in the water and do nothing. At least that way I'm being productive. Like I can sift in the meantime. So that's what I like to try and do. Get this thing out of the way too. But we're not quite there yet. We're not going to get there today. So we got the dust. So let's see, where's my questy thing? While we're here, we're going to take this dust and turn it into compressed dust. Let's see. Quests. I just want to get a couple of these quests done today. See, it's that one, but then they put a little arrow here, so then you gotta look, and it says, oh, you have to do dust too. So I did that. Get more bone meal, we get coarse dirt. Now we gotta make 4 oak barrels and make a dirty water barrel. Easy enough. That's going to be the next thing that we do after we put this dirt down. We'll put it there. I don't have leaves or trees on me, right? So we'll grab trees. Those there. And we are going to have to drink a water bottle. Put this junk in there. Well, I'll do that, sift through all that stuff off camera. You guys don't need to be here for that. Not important. This should be 4 oak barrels will be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. 4 oak barrels. Drink this. Uh-oh, now we're warm. Barrel. I wonder if it'll... I should have picked the barrel up and... oh, no. Nope, it's going to start hurting us. See the little orb got turned colors. No, no, no. Detect the water. Oh, no. It just worked and I got out. A lot of times when you jump in the water, nothing will happen. You can still get warmer. So I find that it just didn't detect right. So sometimes I jump in it a couple other times until I start seeing it go down. Well, while we're sitting here in the water doing nothing, let's look and see if it... Okay, it did. Alright, so that's cool. Now, oh shoot, I should have filled up. Alright, we gotta wait for ourselves to cool down anyhow. So it detected the water barrel, or the barrel. The barrel. So what we're gonna do is fill up the barrel while we're at it. And then we're going to wait for those to turn into dirt. While we're doing that, we're going to eat our only apples and come back over here to cool off because we got to wait for that to turn to dirt anyhow to finish this next quest. Which is one we really want because I'm sure everybody else has noticed by now you only start off with 4 hearts. And you have to acquire the rest of them through all your questing. And we get our first heart by finishing this quest. So we got the barrel. This is just a bottle of water in that. And then I'm going to make 4 dirt, which is relatively easy also. Alright, that's enough of that. We need to come out here and get some cactus. Do this really quick. We would if all the cactus wasn't so stinking far away. It's a part of the wing over there. I wonder what that was. And the other recording ran out there. There was, yeah, like I said, there was a lot of changes. There's, oh no, I'm dumb. A lot of changes to the mod pack. They used to have the nature cores out here, which was pretty cool because you could make up a way to auto break the wood and then auto collect the wood. So you could just kind of get yourself a very, very slow but infinite wood farm. The nature cores also spawn in with dirt around them, so you could take and just replace the dirt with sand, or sand with, yeah, whatever. Take the dirt, you put sand back there, and it'll turn the sand into dirt. But it'll also grow things faster, and it gives you magic beans. Yeah, we're going to go check that out next episode. Because the nature cores were taken away. There is roguelike dungeons that were modified, I guess. And he added desert temples, which is awesome. He also added mines. So there's mines in the game, so you can go down there and check that stuff out too, which is cool because there wasn't anything before. Like I dug. There was nothing but sand down into sandstone, down into nothing. So it was like, all right, well, there's nothing down there. And then I guess in the very early one, there was like 6 blocks worth of ore and everything down there. And, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having to sift through things. So he got rid of that stuff too. I mean, I understand. Makes all sorts of sense. We need a bunch of dirt anyhow, so we're going to do that. Now, let's put that in there. Let's make dirty water. Did it detect the 1 block of dirt? Are we that lucky? It did not. So apparently I have to have them, lag spike, in my inventory at the same time. So now we just got to wait on those 2 to make dirt. While we're doing that, we will make a crucible. No, we won't because we don't have enough wood. Unless there's wood in here. No. Alright, so let's just get the dirt. 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 Why aren't you telling me quest complete? I have 4 dirt on me. What are you talking? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Alright. So we're going to claim that. And then this one here, we've got our 5 silkworms already, which is good, but we have to cook them, so I have to sift dirt to make get cobblestone. Other than that, I can't make shears yet. I haven't fought anybody, and there's another one that we just did for free. All right. So I'm going to cut down trees, and I'm going to make dirt until I get a couple stacks of dirt, and I'm going to do this till I get enough silk to make enough meshes, and I'm going to make crucibles so that I can get a little bit of water, and I'm going to gather dust and everything else and do all sorts of grindy stuff off camera in between episodes here, because I'm going to call this one here with the eating of this heart. Ba-bam! And I will drink this dirty water bottle. But thank you very much for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this new series. We're going to try and keep the episodes around 20 minutes. Going to try and do everything we can. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy this pack. If you don't have it, I would suggest trying it out for yourself if you like. But once again, this is Nuggets. Thank you all for joining me. You guys have a great evening, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.